I'm so hood. Wee wee hood. What up, guys? Little loading screen there. Sorry about that. That was a quick one. That was a quick loading screen. Quick PS1 loading screen. But anyway, how's it going? Today we're going to talk about a question that came in from TV Vortex, our homeboy. What's really hood, Vortex? Good to see you, buddy. And he said, what video game consoles did you own growing up? And like basically the order in which I got them. Well, the first, I never played Atari and television or anything like that, which is why I'm not very knowledgeable of it. I never knew what a Sega Master System was until I got into collecting. And I was like, what is that thing? And I had to learn more about it because the what always drew me to the Master System was the controller. I was like, it looks a lot like the NES, dude. That looks awesome, you know? And so the Master System's pretty cool. Like, I don't have a big problem with it. I like it. It's got good games on it. And, but I never played it growing up. I never knew anything about it. I also didn't know about a TurboGrafx 16. I had no idea what the fuck that was. Again, the controller looked like an NES controller, so I was like, huh, what is that? And on the first convention I ever went to, I actually bought that. Megan threw me a surprise 30th birthday party at our house. Surprised the shit out of me with all my friends, which was really cool. And she got us tickets to go to Austin, Texas, and go to my first ever retro game convention, which was Classic Game Fest 2016, I think. And I bought a TurboGrafx there, and I was naked. No. That was a really fun convention. A lot of people diss on it, but I had a good time. I was in tournaments there. I took first place in the Punch-Out tournament. That's where I won that trophy. I wanted that so fucking bad. So I won that. And then I played in an Excite Bike tournament, and I got second because I overheated like an idiot. Like an idiot! But I still remember I won a $50 gift card, though, which we took over to a place called Threadgill's, which me and Megan still laugh about to this day. It was a cool restaurant. I guess it ain't there anymore, which is bullshit. Because we talked about like going back there at some point. Because me and Megan had so much fun just walking around Austin. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin. But this is completely, like, that was total tangent. You know? I just went off on a tangent. I had nothing to do with anything. Maybe that's another video. Conventions I've been to naked. No, but, stuff I've owned growing up. The first and most obvious thing I ever played was the NES. That's which one I played the most. I played the fuck out of the NES, dude. Loved it. Everything about it. Had Nintendo powers. Don't know where I got it, but had the Nintendo Power Trapper Keeper and shit. That was in Nintendo Power, so I don't know if we ordered it or I have no idea. It'd be awesome to know that stuff. You know, like, where'd we get it? I don't know. But, wish I still had it. But yeah, I played the fuck out of that. Used to order, rent games from Video Outlet. Bought some games from Video Outlet when one of them went out of business. That was really fun. I guess Triple H and China were at Video Outlet once. Kind of a funny story. They're at Video Outlet. Gonna go rent a game and talk to Triple H. Pedigree me on Commando on the NES. We sat on the ground. He fucking pedigrees me on it. No, I was just a little kid. I still have some of those games we bought from that place that day, though. I love that kind of stuff. Commando's one of them. But, yeah, that was really cool. NES, played the fuck out of it, man. I mean, I was an NES kid for sure. Played the NES, always went back to the NES, too. So then my brother told me that we got the Super Nintendo. So, it's weird. We got the Super Nintendo, I think, and the Sega Genesis on Christmas. But the whole thing was, the Super Nintendo went to our dad's, so when we seen him on the weekends, and our Sega Genesis stayed at the house. I think that's what happened. My brother would have to be here to clarify that. I'm not sure. Because he goes, you don't remember opening the Super Nintendo? And I was like, no. He's like, oh my God. For real? He's like, we went crazy. And I was like, oh, I don't remember, bro. Sorry. He's like, we had the bazooka and everything, dude. And I was like, oh, yeah? I was like, I don't even remember, bro. I don't. Sorry. You know? And he's like, man, that's crazy. So, he talked about playing Donkey Kong Country, which I remember playing that at my dad's. I don't remember playing that at our house. I don't. That's weird. So, I think I got taken to my dad's that day. I think. And he was just letting us open them all there. My dad would bring in all the gifts. My dad spoiled us, dude. As you can tell. I mean, he did. And that's why I do to my kids now. But Christmas was a big deal. My dad was ridiculous, dude. All you would see is him running out this back door. And he'd walk out this back door. And he would just continue to... Just when you thought he was done, another fucking big Toys R Us bag just fucking coming through. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's mostly action figures. I'm telling you, if we got into wrestling figures, X-Men was huge. The X-Men 90s figures. My dad would bring in so many of those, dude. I mean, we had I can look on the back of the box of those, and see the whole collection. Dude, we had literally almost all of those. Seriously, I think the last time I looked at it, it's I've seen the back of them because at Disc Replay, they have some of the old X-Men figures, and I always flip it around and look at the back. And, dude, there'd be one or two we didn't have. It was crazy, dude. We had the Sentinel, the Danger Rooms, the Blackbird, the motorcycle for Wolverine and Magneto, both of them. And if Todd watches this, Todd has them now. He has my collection. But, yeah, it's awesome. So anyways, back to the subject, because I'm just on another tangent. Jeez, Dan, stay focused, beret. But, yeah, so Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis for sure. And I think we got them the same day. I don't know what year. I would assume my dad was on top of it. But there's some crazy things about that. I'm surprised that we didn't have, Contra 3 and shit. Why would my dad not buy that? He knew we loved Contra, and he loved Contra too. Why didn't I have Super Castlevania? But my dad did say he was with another woman at that time, and he ended up breaking up with her, and he said that Lisa was her name, took almost everything of his games. So she was being dumb about it, purposely getting rid of all of them and shit. So maybe he did have some of that, but that's where all my memories of playing Super Punch-Out with my dad were, is when we'd go over to their house and her kids would play with us, and we'd always try to do the top times and stuff. We'd play it all the time, dude. I remember at least, it was so fun. Oh my God, everybody would take their turns, and I still remember one of her kids' names was David and Joseph. And David would always play, and my brother would play, and I remember somebody beating, what's his face? The Hurricane, the third guy, the black dude. So fucking fast. Him and Gabby J, dude. Just dumbass fast. But, yeah, in that house was the house that my dad woke up, and I was like, hey, Dad, I beat it. He's like, no, you didn't. And then he's seen it, and he was like, oh my God, you beat the old guy? What the heck? I still remember that. But other than that, I got a picture of it on my Instagram, and then I got the PS1. PS1 was fucking awesome, dude. I mean, oh, we were so pumped to have a PS1. We did it until the laser went out, man, and we had to get another one. So we did that. I did have an N64 at some point. It had to have been a hand-me-down, dude. It had to have been. Because we had a very few select games. I never went out and bought an N64 game. I know I didn't. I think my dad might have bought us, though, No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000. I think so, because we were really into wrestling, dude. And we wanted the game really bad. But how I got the system, I have no idea. I have no idea. It was just kind of there. So I don't know if it was my sister's, or my mom had a friend at work or something, and she said, hey, my kids don't play this anymore because it sucks. No, I'm just I don't know how we got it, but at some point an N64 dropped in there. But I had a PS1 first, and PS1 was fucking sick, dude. I mean, I love PS1, dude. PS1 has so many awesome memories. That's why it's so nostalgic. Very good, very underrated, man. People talk about it like it's so bad. It's like, oof. PS1's fun, dude. It's a good system. That was a good time. Just the music in the games, fucking everything. The grittiness, the you know, everything was extreme, and it was awesome. It was good, man. The wrestling games were good. Everything was good. Sports games really took a leap on the PS1, dude. We laugh at it now, but at the time, that was a huge leap, dude. Look at Sega Genesis and look at PS1. It's a big deal, dude. That generation took a massive leap on simulation sports. Other than that, you got obviously PS2. I still remember the day my dad got it launch day, and I got off of school. Andrew came to the house with me. He remembers this if he watches this video. Andrew, I'm sure you remember the day my dad was playing Madden 2001. He was the Redskins versus somebody. And I still remember walking into that house and going, holy cow, these graphics are insane, dude. I mean, PS2 graphics for Madden hold up today. Like, it's still impressive. And, man, I still remember the guys doing this with the chin straps and stuff. And like I said, we kind of look at it now like, oh, they look like robots or whatever. But, man, back then you were like, look at PS1, PS2 leap in graphics, dude. I mean, we were like, holy shit, you know, but, yeah, other than that, PS2s, I mean, I still remember that day. My dad bought 3 of them. One for him, one for my stepbrothers, and then one for, us. And it was really cool. Those were the three blue boxes. That's why I really like that I have that blue box, that blue PS2 box. I always think that's the coolest box for a console. I don't know why. I just love it. But I think it has a lot to do with that day and seeing them there, being like, PS2, dude, holy shit, you know? So after PS2, then I got a 360. I bought, no, actually, I don't know if I want to say this. Meg won't watch this. A girl bought me my Xbox 360. I had an Xbox 360 Elite. And it was a black one. I still have it. And she bought me with Halo 3. And so I did that. Played the fuck out of that, of course. That's where I first played Modern Warfare and all that stuff. We did have a Game Boy, by the way, going back to being a child. I had a Game Boy, too, with WWF Superstars. We had Operation C. Super Mario Land, of course. Tetris, of course. What else? That Ninja Turtles game. Something with the sewers. I always get the 2 of them mixed up. I know there's 3 of them too. I know, but we had the back to from the sewers or something. We had that, and I think that was it. We didn't have a huge Game Boy collection. To be honest, when I was a kid, I did not like playing on the Game Boy. I hated the screen. But we had like the big magnifying glass screen that you hooked onto it and stuff. But it was always annoying to try to hang on to it because it was so big and bulky, you know. So I didn't like it very much. But yeah, other than that, I bought my first ever console I bought with my own money, technically, was a GameCube from Game Crazy at Hollywood Video. I bought that when I got a job and everything. And then the first console I bought brand new was a Wii U. And I remember it was a treat to myself when I became a team leader at my old job. And so I was like, I just got a promotion. I'm going to go buy myself something nice. And I bought the Wii U, the Zelda one that had Wind Waker with it, HD. So that was cool. I played the fuck out of that. Still have it. And, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I don't think I'm forgetting any consoles. But yeah, I had games my whole life, dude. I mean, my biggest memories are definitely, like, with friends and everything, is PS1 is huge. NES is huge. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, not so much. Those games, we just kind of got some games, and we would play the same games all the time. I had stuff like Golden Axe, Smash TV, Sonic 1 and 2. What else did we have in the collection when we were kids? Superman. I had Superman on the Genesis. That Sunsoft game, it's really good. Contra Hardcore. Had that. I can't remember anything else. Otherwise, we'd rent games. I remember we'd rent stuff like Splatterhouse 2 all the time and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to get into work, guys. Much love to you. Have a great day. And it's almost the weekend already. Let's get there, man. Let's fucking get there quickly. All right, guys. Have a good day. God bless.